So I think this is gonna be my third and final video that I share just for today with you guys. And this is actually something that is just on my heart to share. It's more of a personal thing in my own life. And it does involve God, but it's just on my heart to share, just to kind of invite you guys into this and just maybe give you some hope and a real life example of what this might look like for you in your own life. So if you didn't already watch my video that I posted, I think in the beginning of August on YouTube, and I believe it's called From Emotional Numbness to Emotional Healing. I highly encourage you to go watch it just so that you can get an understanding of what that process looked like for me, just in case you end up going through something similar or some feelings come up for you that you're not really sure how to process or how to navigate or how to feel with God. So anyway, posted that on YouTube for you to watch, but something that I experienced today, earlier this morning in real time, as I was reading a book that I'm reading right now, I started to have some of these feelings or emotions or these thoughts that felt very much, in the realm of like panic or fear or worry or stress or pressure or anxiety. And I knew in that moment that I just really needed to be still and to sit with God. And it was kind of like my heart was feeling some emotions, and because of that, my mind was starting to spin, right? So the feelings were basically setting in motion for thoughts that were coming in my mind. And so that kind of alerted me like, okay, wait a minute, instead of spiraling into fear and anxiety and worry right now and to just keep this thought process going, like, let me pause for a sec, let me go be still with God and just go from there. And so that's what I did. So I went to my room, I got still, I invited God into the moment, and I just felt what I needed to felt. Some tears were shed. I don't even really know exactly what I was feeling or what I was crying about, but God has just been really communicating to me. He's like, I don't need you to understand in the moment. I need you to just experience things, feel things, go through things, and then, maybe understanding or clarity will come later. But right now, like, just do life with me. And so anyway, that's what I did. I just invited God into the moment. I felt what I needed to feel and just cried until I just didn't need to cry anymore. And that alone just felt so safe. It felt so freeing, and I just felt a release after doing that. And then I just kind of followed it up with just kind of giving the floor, so to speak, or giving the microphone, so to speak, to God, and just saying like, I just want to hear from you. I just want to hear your heart from me today. Whatever's on your mind, whatever is on your heart, like, just speak to me. And that is exactly what he did. So I just wrote down anything that came to mind, and I just wanted to share a real-time, real-life snapshot of what that looks like, because God really is the safest place, the safest person for us to feel deep things, for us to think deep things, for us to just really be vulnerable before. And, if you're in a process of getting to know God, or if you're in a process where maybe like me, you had stuffed down all of your feelings your whole life and you didn't know how to process or feel them, you didn't know how to communicate them, and now you're in your late 20s kind of figuring it out with God. Or if you just have maybe some skepticism about, like, God's not, is not capable of that. He doesn't want to process feelings with me. Like, he's all about truth, truth, truth. I just want to tell you, like, just give it a shot. It might feel awkward or uncomfortable at first, but I just want to give you hope that you can safely feel and process out and talk about your feelings with God. He's very compassionate. He's very understanding. He has so much grace and so much love for you. And those are just like some practical steps that honestly just work for me. So just to kind of recap is, for me personally, I feel things, I feel emotions, and then that kind of triggers a thought pattern. where some people might be vice versa, where they have thought patterns that are happening first and then they start to feel emotions in their heart. So, or you might just be one or the other altogether. But for me, I will typically feel my emotions first, anything that's coming to the surface, and then that will start triggering thought patterns. So this morning I had some, just deeper feelings that my body was like, hey, I'm knocking on your door, we need to feel today. And because I didn't quite fully know what was going on at first, or I wasn't giving myself the time and the space to just really sit with those feelings and accept them and feel them and give them to God, that kind of triggered my thought patterns into, the fear and anxiety and worry realm of things. So once I took a minute to realize what was actually happening and what I just needed to do, just growing and maturing with God and what He's teaching me right now, books that I'm reading that are teaching me this, like just having that self-awareness of, hey, in this moment, like I am physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally safe. Like, why is my brain in the realm of fear right now? I think I just need to go sit with God and feel some things. So if you have something like that, the steps that have worked for me is just have self-awareness, invite God into the moment, feel what you need to feel, then surrender those feelings to Him, and then let Him speak truth and encouragement to you. Because we can feel all these feelings, and like I said, God invites us to have feelings. He has feelings, He has gifted us with feelings. I go into all of that in the video I posted in YouTube, I believe. But still, feel the feelings, but then you also need to hear truth and encouragement from God. And as soon as I finished that, I didn't rush myself. I didn't force God to say anything or to say things in particular to me. Like, I just let the process happen, how the process was going to happen, however long it took. And then after that, I felt so refreshed. I felt so renewed. I felt so rejuvenated and just like encouraged and ready for my day. So I hope that's encouraging to you, because had I not taken the time to just sit with God and feel what I need to feel and hear from Him, then I would have gone the rest of my day letting just that feeling in my chest just build up and fester, and my mind would have just kept being in this constant state of fear and worry and anxiety, and it would have just grown and just become so much worse. So yeah, I just hope that encourages at least one person today of just kind of what that process looks like after what I've been through in the month of July and what I talked about in that YouTube video. I just kind of wanted to share a real-time example of what that looks like, and just like feeling and processing your emotions with God, bringing Him into it, and just letting Him speak truth and encouragement and hope into you kind of after the fact. And so I just hope that blesses your day today, and I just hope you have a good day.